right? Shalom. All right. First off, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, out here in this Saturday morning, all right, on the highways and hedges. All right, and this is our camp spot here, and judgment happened directly across the street. Somebody got put to death somewhere around the time of 2 o'clock, I think, in the afternoon. And hey, beautiful, man. All right, these people want to continue to go ahead and do wickedness, man. All right, just that Friday we was holding camp, and we had a little demon come up, and hopefully it was one of his damn peoples, man, that got put to death out here, man. All right. So I wanted to start somewhere, man, but hey, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is opening up, man, on you wicked niggas. All right. He opening up on you. Rightfully so, man. All right. For that one scripture. All right, this is Sirach 39:1. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And in the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right, and that's Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, he set it up with 2/3 of our people are going to die, man, and be destroyed, all right? And he set up all kinds of traps and snares for them to fall into. Fire and hail, famine and death, and all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword. And that's the main, that's right now, that's one of the main focal points, the sword, all right? Which the modern day sword is the gun. All right, and a lot of people have, roughly about 300 people have died by the way of the sword, man. And that's what happened to this guy yesterday. This judgment happened to him, man. He died of the sword. He got shot like 13 times, I think. Let me turn this around and show you. All right, got shot around 13, right over there where it said Avenue Shops of the North. He got shot around 13 times, man, in broad daylight. All right. We're gonna see continual more judges, man. But the sword, man, is taking a lot of these dudes out, man, because they putting their trust and their confidence in Esau's blessing, man. We're supposed to put our trust in the Heavenly Father and the Son. All right, that's our weapon of warfare. All right, we're not supposed to follow after the ways of the heathen, man. And our people are waxing worse and worse, man. And a lot more people are gonna die by that sword. All right, that devil ain't trying to let go of his blessing, but that blessing ain't for that blessing is not for Jake, man. And I never really cared for him. I don't mind if you know, you gotta protect your family, but to put your trust in them, no, that's not wisdom. The continual judgment is going to continually pour out. These niggas is proud. This is Proverbs 1:11. If they say, "Come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and the hole. And as those that go down to the pit, we shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil." Hey, and I was watching somewhere up here further up. These guys robbed. They took out a whole scratch off, like a lottery box, man. But scratch offs, man, with money in it. They smashed the window. Like 3 teenagers went in there, pulled the whole thing out. Jake tripping out here, man. All right. But hey, they don't know that. They don't have no wisdom. They don't know that they're setting themselves up to fall and to be destroyed. And 2/3 of our people, man, the Most High don't love anyway. All right, He's only here for the elect to save that remnant. Cast in lot, cast in thy lot among us. Let us have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the path with them. Refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. All right, and wisdom is justified by her children, man. All right, and that's not wisdom. And then, like I said, these wicked niggas want to get out here and cry and want to put teddy bears and light candles for you wicked niggas, man. Nobody care, man. It's getting played out. All right, it's not fashionable no more. All right, and eventually you'll eliminate one another, man. I can't stand it, man. I can't. I mean, beautiful, man. You niggas can just keep knocking one another off. For all I care, man. Let judgment be poured out continually. Slots. Damn bugs, man. All right, this is Jeremiah 5:26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as they set of snares that set a trap, and they catch men. All right, so situations that they do, and you gotta watch these people, man. All right, I remember a while ago cleaning in front of our house. There was a girl that was running, crying like she was in distress. And my wife wanted to help her. I said, no, don't help her. Don't help her. And this guy's following, running behind her. And the minute that you get involved, man, you're caught into something, man. All right, people put things out there so that you could be drawn. And Satan will put something out there for you to be drawing. So sometimes it is best, or a lot of times it is best, to not be drawn into these snares and traps, man. Because the scriptures say our people are wise to do evil, but to do good they don't know not. They're wise, man. So they'll set up traps, man, for you to get stuck up, all right, and robbed, or for you to just get murdered and killed, man. All right. Look at the situation that happened up here not too long ago with them kids killing that older man at 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, they all conversed and they plotted to do that, man. They plotted to do that evilness and that wickedness, man. All right, but in any event, I told my wife, man, this girl, she with this dude. All right, she asked for that. Now, I'm pretty sure somebody probably got in the air and told her, all right, not to be with them type dudes, but they choose to do it, man. So ain't nobody's trying to save you niggas, man. You wicked niggas and you wicked females. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they have become great and wax rich. And wax rich. All right, and that's talking about mainly these trap houses. When you go into that, because these people are not teaching, they're not teaching our people wisdom. All right, they do a song. Really, they teach them how to party. In these harlot houses, they teaching them how to party. They go in there, they sing a song. They do a dance. They come out there feeling good, and they go out here and they do the same things all over again, man. All right. That's why there's no difference between the world and the truth, man. There's no separation, man. And the scriptures talk about that too. All right, in the book of Titus. This is Titus 1:15. Unto the pure all things are pure. Unto them that are defiled and unbelieving, nothing is pure. But even their mind and their conscience is defiled. So there's no separation between what's right and what's wrong, man. And there's nothing but continual confusion. And what do people do when they go out here? They act off their emotions, man. All right, they don't act off wisdom, man. All right, they don't act off of knowledge, because we got people holding up knowledge that's in the gate, man, and making money off of it. go to Proverbs chapter 2. And I'm going to start at 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments within thee, so that thou incline thy heart unto wisdom and apply thy heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge and lift up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of the Most High. And niggas is slothful and lazy, man. All right, when you looking for treasure, all right, you're gonna do a diligent search because you know it's gonna make you rich. All right, and you're gonna labor for it. You're gonna break if it's hitting under the ground. You're gonna break that ground up. All right, you're gonna be out here sweaty. You're gonna be uncomfortable. All right, but our people don't love that, man. We live in a society that's been with these especially in Babylon the Great, where people are pampered, man, and catered to, man, and they feel like they're entitled to have their way. If they don't have it, they're gonna take it, man. And that's what you call when you do that with a child. When a child does that, you call them spoiled, man. All right, they're already ruined. They're in the mind. All right, and that's the same thing. What them dudes do it, they labored to go into that store and to pretty much take out that machine. That's work. That's work. It's work on the evil side, but that's work. They went in, they plotted, they planned, they went in there, they took the whole damn machine out, and now they have to break the machine open to get any kind of money that they received out of it. It's work. It's foolish work, but it's work. But this is work right here. This is what we laboring for. These are the riches that we're laboring for, man. This is verse 7. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walketh uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of saints. So when we get this, our way is preserved, man. A clear path is laid out for us as to what we should be doing and what we should not be doing. All right. These things are planted in our minds as we stay continually in this word, pursuant to Joshua 1:8. All right, meditating on this word day and night. But a lot of these guys, they meditate on death, man. They meditate on which a lot of this culture, this deaf culture, and especially the music and everything, it's a meditation of death, man. Constantly being put in your mind, man. And these guys get super proud and they get puffed up and they move off of that. You think the people that's making that particular music or whatever shows that you watching, you think that they're actually living that life off camera, off outside of their particular profession? No, they're not, man. They're getting rich off of the destruction of you people, man. All right, and the Lord said it. How about Shem Yahushai set it up that way, man? There's beyond this truth. Everything else you run to is death, man. Everything else you pretty much run to is death. All right, this is Psalm 66, and I'm gonna start at 7. He ruleth by his power forever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. All right. So, and that's what they do. They exalt themselves. They do this wickedness. They put that crap on social media. They brag about and try to puff themselves up to make themselves be somebody when they ain't nobody, man. All right. Roughly paraphrasing, man, they ain't shit. Excuse my language. They ain't nothing, man. Matter of fact, most of these guys is scared. Ain't nothing tough about them, man. Ain't nothing tough about them, man. All right, and it says it right here. This is Sirach 40, starting at verse 1. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. From the day that they go out their mother's womb, till the day that they return to the mother of all things. Their imagination of things to come in the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart. All right. So this is constant. That's why a lot of guys are juiced out, man. A lot of these men and women are juiced out. All right, they're on drugs. All right, real heavy. All right, they're deep. They're deep within their sins, their lustful sins, man. All right, they're looking for ways to escape, man. And when they can't find them ways to escape, them demons vex them, man. And what do they do when they get vexed? All right, they're pretty much drawing near to death, man. They're looking to take that thing. They're looking to take out whatever they're going through out on somebody else, man. Verse 3, from him that sitteth on a throne of glory, unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes. And that's the same thing for these wicked people. These puppets, that's on top, that's the same thing for them, man. All right, their strings are being pulled. All right, and unto the regulars, the people that got to live everyday life, man. All right. These people said they don't know. It's a time when, even back in the crack era, it was a thing that people used to say that I don't know if I'm going to live past 21. All right, these people ain't even living past 16, 17. From him that weareth purple in a crown, unto him that's clothed with a linen frock, wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death, and anger and strife. These are the things that go on in the minds of men. Fear of death, anger, and strife, man. Constant conflict. Especially living in Esau's kingdom, man. You're going to have constant conflict. Because he's constantly harassing us, man. He don't want us to draw near to our blessing. The further we stay away from our blessing, the more time he gets to rule in his particular kingdom. And that's why 2/3 got to go, because they're not sighing and crying, man. They don't want to get out here. And that's why a lot of them are being put to death, because they're useless. And in the time of rest upon his bed, his night's sleep, do change his knowledge. All right? Change his mind. Or his mind is not steady. Isaiah 26:3 says his mind is in perfect peace who stayed on him. So a man's mind who stays on the Lord, his knowledge is not changing, because he knows that, okay, once he figures it out, once wisdom brings him through those once, roughly paraphrasing, once scripture say once wisdom is able to trust him, then his mind will be on perfect peace. He knows that path now. He knows the difference between good and evil. So he's not going to, if he's wise, he's not going to let that go. He's going to continue on in the path that was laid down, and gotten him success. When you go into Matthew 13:44, it goes into the parable of the pearl of great price. And what did that man do? He sold everything that he had to gain that pearl, because everything that he has, right, in the world didn't give him the peace and comfort that pearl had, man. That pearl of great price. So he sold everything that he had, all right, for that good pearl, all right. And he understood that in the latter end, hey, man, it's going to lead to further success. Everything here is vain. It's all vanity. Verse 6, a little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in the day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. And that's what it feels like out here, man. Especially right now, man. It definitely feels like a damn war zone. All right. And to go through everyday life, to go through this life, and to go through 8 hours of working, and then having to come home, deal with the rest of your life, man. Especially if you have a woman. Especially if you have a woman, you have to deal with regular life. You're troubled in your heart and mind, man. All right, you're worried about how you got the high costs of food and everything going up. How you gonna feed your family? All right, how you gonna keep the bills going? The stuff that you got to deal with on your work, on your slavery. All right, it's like it says, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. And what does the scriptures say about battle, man? Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. This life really is a battle, man. This life is a battle, man. It's a war zone. And that's why the scriptures, roughly paraphrased, tell you to put on the whole armor of the Most High. All right? All right, this is Second Esdras 7:56 concerning battle. For while we lived and committed iniquity, we consider not that we should begin to suffer for it at the death. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life, that thou mayest live. All right. So your battle is between life and death. And life and death, what is life and death? Life is this knowledge, this truth. All right, this is life right here. The scriptures. Now everything else, the heathen, starting with the so-called white man, he controls the whole world, man. All right, we're in the shadow of death, man. So to choose everything outside of this is death, man. All right. Proverbs, matter of fact. Let's see if we can get that. This is Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Adawan is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. All right. He's safe, man. All right. He has no assurance, man. All right. And I was telling the brothers that Tuesday that I had something to do Friday because the car was shutting down on my wife, and she's sickly. I didn't want her to be stranded out in this heat because she can't deal with that. With that people over there looking. All right. But so we wound up through the Spirit. I prayed, and we was able to make it from where we were to the dealership. And when we got there, the whole vehicle just clunked out, man. So we had to get a whole new vehicle. We was stuck up there for possibly almost 11 to 12 hours. It was annoying, but hey, when things happen through the Spirit, you never know why, man. All right, Yahweh may be keeping you from that trouble. All right, that little bit of inconvenience that you go through may have caused you to move out of the way of the path of the death. All right. This roughly paraphrasing it, the Adawan encompasses his angels around them that fear him, man. All right, he leads and guides our path, man. We may want to do something else, but he pretty much got something else planned for us. All right, scriptures say that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Adawan, by the Lord, man. So we trust in him and not in our own. We don't lean on our own understanding, because leaning on our own understanding will got us with that individual God. All right, in the spirit world. I'm gonna do 11. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stay in this chapter. This is verse 11. The rich man's wealth is a strong city, and there's a high wall in his own conceit. All right. So, who's the rich man right now? Esau, Edom. He controls over all these things. His wealth is a strong city. It's his safety. All right. So us as Jakes, this ain't our rest, man. To be trusting in the things that pertain to Esau and his kingdom. All right, is the trust in death. All right, because the Lord is the Adawan is going to liquefy this place. All right, through nuclear missiles and the chariots, laser beams that come out of the chariots. This place is going to be turned into pure a wasteland, powder, dust. All right, it's going to be a desert. So what do we have that stands forever, man? Hey, this word, this truth stands forever, man, until the end. This is Proverbs 18:14. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? And that's what people walking out here, man. Broken, man. A wounded spirit who can bear. All right. And that's what happened prior to that individual, and so forth. The cycle continues on. Whereas though these guys get broken in spirit, All right, and they don't realize that it's broken for their own purpose, so they can be rebuilt back up in the truth. You know, but they get broken because they wicked, man, and they descend further into wickedness, and they become destroyed. All right, and then they become a proverb in this book of what not to do. All right, but that's the battle that we're here to fight, man. All right, and we're to run this thing with patience. All right, we're to walk in the spirit, man. All right, scripture say for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the dark. Matter of fact, let me get it. All right, because we're not fighting a carnal war. All right, sometimes it's just good to be quiet. Sometimes it's just good to walk away from things. Sometimes, a lot of times, most of the time, it is. All right, it's good to cut people off, separate from certain situations. All right, and the modern day sport is not our comfort, man, our protection. All right, I'll probably get one more precept after this. This is 2 Corinthians 10:3. But though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought of obedience to the Mashiach. All right, we know that those cursed weapons. All right, we know that that's a stronghold in a lot of these guys' minds, right? They get puffed up off of that, man, and they get destroyed. All right, but our weapons are not carnal; they're mighty through the pulling down of strongholds, man. All right, and the history is all written in here.